what it is, how, what's up? Can I, bit, but yeah, we're streaming again. We're gonna continue with this Mario Odyssey situation, and that's all I gotta say. I'm not gonna update my app right now. Twitch, thank you very much. I'm just trying to access my motherfucking stream chat because for some reason OBS is fucking around with the shit. So here we are. We are on basically the first big world of Super Mario Odyssey. We started this yesterday. And it's pretty fun so far. Shout out to Blake for letting me borrow this game. I posted my stream on YouTube yesterday. It's titled Blake is Gay. Blake's not gay. He's maybe a little bit gay, but aren't we all? You know? I'm a little bit gay. Just not gay enough to suck a dick. You know what I'm saying? And I know that because I've thought about it. And I've tried. Not any other person, but doing the old candlestick yoga nidra, what am I talking about? I'm here today to play some Mario Kart, not discuss identity politics. Whatever you want to do with your body is, that's your choice. So I'm just letting you know that we're here to play. And we're figuring this shit out. I need to turn my fan on though, because I'm hot. I'm wearing a long sleeve shirt. I'm drinking hot coffee. So, I brought up the stream from yesterday because for some reason when I uploaded it to YouTube, my audio was just like totally effed. And I don't know what happened there, but I'm not going to re-upload. That's just not how I roll. Blake even said he noticed the audio was shit and he still listened to the whole thing. So if it's good enough for him, it's good enough for me, and it should be good enough for you. And if it's not, I'm not here to please you. So go find somebody else. I tend to be a dick sometimes. Ooh, I like that. That was fun. This game is pretty entertaining so far. Let's talk to this guy. You ever get lost? You head for the bright, glowy light, okay? Okay, that's usually what I do when I'm on psychedelics, so sounds about right. I'm guessing I have to melt all this shit in order to figure that out. So anyway, how you doing? Yes, there you go. I planted the thing. Now what? Nothing. Okay. We're just exploring. We're figuring this game out. We just started it. Let's talk to this little ass. Oh, it's a bird. What is the secret you're seeking? What is your quest? What is your favorite color? The treasure of Jaxie runes. Scracaw! Oh shit. So anyway, I'm on my second cup of coffee, and it's been a pretty good day today. I woke up in a pretty decent mood because yesterday I had a pretty productive day. Produced some content, a stream. I did a podcast. Check it out on my art channel. There's a link in the description if you'd like art or creative pursuits. You'll have to feel it. Feel the rumble. Let it move you to the prize. Ooh, I'm vibrating. Oh boy, it's somewhere near. It's here. What am I supposed to do once I get here? I'm trying to feel the rumble. I'm trying to feel the rumble. It's over here. But what do I do? I don't know. What do I do? I don't know what to do. It's rumbling. Oh. Just be patient. Figure that shit out, Alex. That's the lesson we learned today. So, anyway. Got a moon. Is that the only one? Kind of feel a slight rumbling. Well, I guess we're leaving. Moving on. Alright, what was I talking about? Oh, I was talking about my day yesterday. So, another moon. I have been working on this video for my art channel. It's been a pretty ambitious endeavor. It's called A Day in the Life of an Artist, and it's just like you would think. It's kind of walking you through my typical day, and it's kind of a fictional reenactment, but there's a lot of truth to it as far as the structure goes. Dress like us, party like us, but your hat and clothing will be a local color. Let's give me a sombrero. Come on, boy. Okay, well, where do I find a sombrero? I like the language this guy's speaking, but where do I find a sombrero? Is it that? No, that's a dude. I want a sombrero. Give it to me. Come on, give it to me. Anyway, so the day in the life video, I started it like over a month ago. I've been procrastinating for so long. It's just like a lot of different scenes and different camera angles, and I just don't really have a passion for the filmmaking process, but I want to become a better filmmaker in my YouTube career, if you can even call it that. I don't make money, so just trying to make better videos, and I thought that maybe this would be the right direction. I don't think it is, because I'm just not passionate about the process, and I think the whole idea of being any sort of content creator is I need to enjoy the process. Doing these streams, video gaming, I enjoy the process because I'm literally just playing video games and talking, and that's like pretty easy to do. I mean, it takes some energy to sit here and talk. It takes some focus, but it's like pretty low investment for the outcome. So I just continue doing it fairly inconsistently, but I'm doing it slowly, and maybe I'll get a more consistent schedule as I go. But this big filmmaking project, not super awesome. Holy shit. cool. I guess that was a viewfinder. Anyway. See how I just intuitively jumped on that thing? I'm so smart. But anyway, yesterday was good because Amanda, my partner, helped me to finish filming the video. I think I have all the footage I need to edit the video and publish it, so I think it's on the horizon. I started this Artist Inc. Co-op group program through the Charlotte Street Foundation here in Kansas City, and we have a small group which is kind of like an accountability group of people. The whole program is like 20 people, but there's like 5 people in my small group, and so we had to set a short-term goal at last week's meeting, and my short-term goal was to finish fucking filming this video because it's about damn time. It's been looming over my head for over a month now, and I just need to get it out of the way. It's not going to be as good as I wanted to. Even last night when I was doing the scenes with Amanda, I was like, this sucks. It's not how I envisioned it. This is shitty. And she's like, just fucking film it, dude. She's tired of it. It's looming over her head. That's how bad I've been procrastinating this thing. And just like letting it consume energy and space in my subconscious. And I'm just going to do it, finish it, put it out, not give a shit that it's not good, so that I can get it out of my mental space. I need to like move on so I can do other stuff and find other processes that maybe I will enjoy. I don't know what those are going to be, but it's not this. I need to put it out so that I can move on, because I can't just like leave it empty. I can't just leave it on the table and not do it. If any of this is making any sense to you, cool. Sorry if you don't care. It's just part of my life is creating content. It sounds really tacky to say that, because being a content creator just sounds so lame, I guess. It's not, but it sounds like it. But I just kind of feel like I'm built for it. I like talking. I feel like I have kind of somewhat of a unique opinion on certain things. And so I'm living just kind of like I'm not saying like I'm one of a kind and like super unique. Like I know I'm not special across the board, but I certainly am doing somewhat of a alternative path in my career, just being an entrepreneur and being an artist. So there's something to that, and I think that some people might be inspired by that. At least I've been told so. I'm not just like, talking out my ass here. I mean, maybe a little bit I am, but I'm not trying to sound like conceited or anything like that. I'm just explaining my thought process and what motivates me to do what I'm doing. So I'm sorry if you think I'm a lame, but I'm just doing me. You know what I'm saying? I hope that you do something cool too. Yeah, hopefully. Oh, you don't want to go in the purple sludge. Noted. I would have guessed that, but I wasn't thinking. Okay, so I see that moon over there, and I want it, but I don't know how to go about getting it. Because you can't step in the purple sludge. Oh, maybe I need to, like, make this thing run into this. Yes, okay. I'm sure it'll uncover something. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. Boom, bow. Boom, bow. Turn right here, young fella. Oh, Goombas. That's not what I want. I don't want the Goombas. I do not want them. Collecting coinage. Bounce me up, Buttercup. So what was I talking about? I was talking about this video. Yeah, so my only goal was to film the video, get that out of the way, step one. But I think I'm going to go ahead and also finish editing the video and maybe even prepare the upload for my meeting next week, Tuesday. Because I think it'd be cool to like talk about it and have a link to share with my small group and be like, hey, I did film it and I finished it and check it out. That's my kind of new goal. Maybe I'm overachieving, but I already feel better having finished filming it, so it's kind of like motivating. This is kind of how it works. People sit around and wait for inspiration and motivation to do stuff, but I don't know. Maybe that's bullshit. Maybe you just got to do stuff, and that's the motivation. I don't know. What do you think? I think there's some truth to that. I've heard people say that before, something like that, along those lines. Oh my god, I'm talking and I'm not fucking focused and I'm dying. I'm fucking dying. Okay, let's just carry on. Because this is what we're here for in this stream, in this channel. It's more important that I talk to you than it is that I am successful at this game. So, yeah, bottom line, moral of the story is I'm excited to get this project going and get it finished and all that jazz. And then I can maybe move on to something better. Something I can start doing more drawing process videos because that's what I really want to do. They're not that stressful. It kind of highlights my strengths of It highlights my strengths of my personality, my drawing skills. It offers a little bit more value to people. This day in the life video is more of like an entertainment. Oh shit. Oh no. Shit. Can't go up there, okay. It's more like just for entertainment and maybe for other artists. Like, I don't expect this video to like be a video that pops off by any means. It's kind of just like a artistic expression video for myself. Which, you know, there's value in that for me and maybe for other people too. I'm sure somebody will be entertained by it, but if you know anything about YouTube, this is getting in the weeds, but there's like the spectrum of video content styles of like everything kind of falls under one of these categories. They can be both, but there's a spectrum, and it's education or entertainment. So your video can either lean more towards entertainment, you do like viral trends, or you know, like Mr. Beast is entertainment. But then like Think Media is education. There's a lot of different education platforms that like teach you how to do something or show you tips and tricks on some niche topic. Typically the YouTube algorithm and more consistent growth. Fuck me. Oh, no. Okay, maybe I'll just wait for this guy to pop up. Get me up, daddy. Okay, cool. What was I saying? So education versus entertainment. Obviously, like, entertainment would be fun because you can just like build a community off of a personality, and that's kind of what I'm doing here. This isn't really educational. I'll talk about some stuff that might be interesting and educational, but like topic of discussion, but this is mostly entertainment. Educational content typically performs better and more consistently than entertainment content, because entertainment's just really subjective, whereas education content is a little bit more value based. It's more objective and factual. It's like based on tried and true experimentation, and like usually the person that's offering the education has some sort of expertise or insight. So if you're trying to make YouTube your career, I've heard a lot of experts advise leaning at least somewhat into the educational sphere. Obviously, you can be an entertaining educator, and that's probably the best. That's the best content, is like ones that are both entertaining and educating. So I'm trying to lean more into education because I've been probably leaning more into entertainment. Like I just think like people want to see me do my mural projects and do like time lapse of my art projects, and I just think that's entertaining because I find it entertaining, and I think it is. But like I have 1,000 subs, and that's not really enough to sustain a career. I mean, it is, but I don't think that my viewers are really necessarily, devoted enough and like watching my content consistently enough, and in order to get any sort of monetary value. The subscriber count is there to be monetized for my channel, but I don't have enough view time to monetize my channel yet. This is my art channel, not this channel. This channel, I don't really have a ton of expectations for this channel because this is kind of just for fun and practice, like practicing producing content. Like I said, it's more sustainable because this is fun for me to do. So I don't really have a ton of expectations, which is freeing. It's nice. Not as much pressure. Like the art channel, I put more pressure on myself because art is my job. It's my career, and I want to maximize that. So I'm like kind of anticipating some level of success on YouTube to supplement. Oh my fucking goodness. See ya. To supplement my income. Eventually, my dream would be to have some sort of income via YouTube on my art channel. I mean, it'd be great if this one did too, but like I said, I don't have a ton of expectations. But I do have expectations, and I want to make YouTube happen for my art channel. It just would be really fun to develop a system that is sustainable for me and enjoyable for me. Apparently that's not creating super cinematic videos. And maybe I just need to find a way to produce educational content that people can enjoy and learn something from. I need to figure out how to give people value in my art channel. I haven't figured it out yet. I've had a couple good successful videos. One of my most successful videos is actually how to draw a dick. And I don't want to just make a bunch of genitalia videos, but I am planning on doing a how to draw a vagina video next, because it's been requested. And it's kind of fun to just sit down and draw. It's somewhat sustainable. What is this? Oh. Interesting. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Okay, I'll go over there. Yeah, these drawing videos, I've done really just the one. What the fuck? Oh, maybe I just get in that guy and trigger him, and then I can get out of him. It's just they're quick. The filming of these drawing videos are pretty quick because I basically sit down and draw for like half an hour, and I'm talking while I do it. The editing doesn't take that long. People seem to respond to them well. I mean, that video has 5,000 views, which doesn't sound like a ton, but like for me, that's a lot. I only have one other video that's performed that well, and it was kind of just a fluke. It also has a penis in the thumbnail. It's just a sketchbook tour, so whatever that means. What the fuck? What the fuck am I supposed to do? You know what I mean? I don't know. So, if I get done with this day in the life video, my idea in my head is that I will have more energy and mental space to kind of get excited and do some planning for these drawing videos. I'm still going to continue to do my process videos of painting murals, painting canvas paintings in my house, in my studio. But so what the fuck? I don't know what I'm supposed to do with these fellers. Oh, this guy's fast as fuck, boy. This is the Tyreek Hill of the damn Stonehenge. Or Easter Island, whatever the fuck. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with these guys. I appreciate the fast guy, though. I don't know. Yeah. I have high hopes. Once I finish this video, I can move on. I can do the vagina video. I can take requests on what to draw next. I'm probably gonna try and teach myself how to draw hands, feet, faces. I draw faces mostly, but you know, you can always get better. That's not it. It's not walking out on that platform. Thank you for listening to me just talk about my life. I don't know if you can give a shit, but we out here in this bitch, you know what I'm saying? You probably don't even care about art. This is a video game channel, but it's me, baby. This channel is me. And I'm an artist, and that's what I fucking do. So if you don't like it, get the fuck out, okay? I don't need you. There's not even anybody in here watching me anyway. You're probably watching this on YouTube. It's just Blake. Maybe Ben's tuned in. I don't fucking know. I'm grateful for those people. Thank you for watching. I love you guys. If anybody else is watching, El Gato, whoever the fuck, you also rock. Yeah, shouts to my fans. Leave me a comment. It looks like this Easter Island guy is tooting. He's just crop dusting, which is kind of rude of him to do. What else can we talk about? Let's get inflammatory. Let's talk about the debate. I didn't actually watch the whole thing. I watched clips. It seems like, you know, this is the U.S. debate. Kamala Harris versus Donald J. Trump. It seems like the left thinks that Kamala just swept the floor with Trump. And from what I saw, Trump did a lot of faltering and blabbering and just getting too emotional, in my opinion. I think both sides are guilty of just being way too fucking emotional and not talking about specific strategies and data. It's like they're making these like superlative claims that are just emotionally charged and generic and over generalized, which is redundant from what I just said, but it's annoying at the very least. Hell yeah, figure that shit out, baby. And I don't know. I do think that Kamala probably won from the perspective of just keeping it together, but as the people on the right have been bitching about recently, or since the debate, that it was very one-sided. They say it was 3-on-1. It was the moderators and Kamala versus Trump. It was unfair to Trump. He was kind of targeted, and she got softball questions. And, you know, I don't like people bitching on either side. Typically, it's the left that bitches more. But this time, the right had more to bitch about, I guess. But honestly, I agree. I do think it seemed one-sided. I think it's obvious that mainstream media, ABC is no exception to this, that they are biased towards the left ideologies. Just the way they posed the question, their body language, their facial expressions, their tone and their voice was very demonizing towards Trump, setting him up for failure. He could have played it off. I don't think it would have been that hard for him to just be like, hey, stop gaslighting me. Let's talk about facts. But he doesn't. He just feeds into it and tries to fight fire with fire. And I think that's his biggest fucking downfall. He needs to get over it. He needs to stop being such a baby about things. And I'm not defending the left when I'm saying this. As I'm critiquing Trump, it's because I actually do want Trump to win, because that means that the DNC loses. I think the DNC has gone way too far. It's a corrupt institution and party. I don't blame people for still believing in them, especially if you watch mainstream news media. It's going to be pretty hard for you to believe that Trump's not the devil. I just see it differently. I'm critiquing Trump. He's a character. He's probably not the best for the job, but he's anti-establishment, and I think the establishment is the bigger threat to democracy, to our freedoms, than Trump could ever be. I mean, we had Trump in office for 4 years. I don't think it was the best presidency, but it wasn't the worst. It's definitely not as bad as the past 4 years. I think the economy is shitty. The inflation rate is out of control. Affordability of housing, affordability of common goods is out of control, and I don't think that it's going to get better if Kamala gets... I think if you think that Kamala's going to do any different than Biden is, I think it's going to be even worse, to be honest. I don't think it's going to get better. It's going to be more or less the same. If you think otherwise, let me know. I'm just not convinced. I think that the DNC is very corrupt. There's like an oligarchy of corporate interests that the DNC is basically enabling. I don't really know how to get into the detailed specifics. I have to go on all day. Really just like big pharma, big food industries particularly, that's my biggest gripe. They're profiting off of us being sick, and the DNC is not only, and this administration is not only enabling that, letting it happen, they are benefiting as well from these entities and federal affiliates. It's documented. You can find out, do your own research. There's a paper trail. There's a money trail. And I just can't vote for that corruption. Whatever you say about Trump and his hate speech and whatever, and I think those arguments are valid, but they're also acting on emotion. And I don't think that public policy should be founded on emotional reaction and biases. I think we need to separate our emotions from logic and pay attention to the numbers, because I just think that it's hard to ignore the data when it comes to what's going on in this country and the profiteering, and that we can't really trust the government because they're obviously enabling these regulations that are suggesting, nutritional advice and allowing for this dichotomy of the victim and the oppressor that is just a narrow view of how human history and the U.S. history has developed and played out. I think there's validity in a lot of arguments around this, but I don't think it's the whole picture, and I don't think it's productive to encourage that kind of a mindset. I think it's anti-human. What the fuck am I supposed to do here? Oh. So... how do I get over there? I don't know. So anyway, I'm not like MAGA or anything. I am MAHA, Make America Healthy Again. That's the Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Slogan that's going around nowadays because he's addressing these issues that I'm talking about, the public health situations. I think a lot of what RFK has to say is valid and true. I think if people could fact check him, they would have done it by now and taken him down on a basis of logic, but they just use smear campaigns and emotional ploys to attack him and their weak arguments. Oh, okay, so I can run on stuff, okay. So where does it go? Okay, so I'll go there. So if you think he's a conspiracy theorist, just do your research. Stop listening to CNN and MSNBC and all these people that are smearing people's names to push their agenda. And if you're not aware that's what's happening, that is what's happening. Mainstream media is very crooked and left-leaning, and I'm not saying it's bad to have those ideologies. I think it's bad to commandeer these influential platforms, and it's hypocritical too, because like the same people that watch these channels and platforms will like talk shit on Elon Musk and whatever for misinformation, and same with RFK. And it's like, well, you're doing the same thing, except your misinformation is actually false. And you think that the government is an entity that we can trust to purvey the truth when they've been propagandizing for a century now and misleading us and giving us information that only benefits their control of power and manipulating the systems. I mean, I've always been mistrusting of the government, and it's going to be hard to convince me otherwise. I hate to be that way and pessimistic, but I will say I am optimistic in general of the human capacity for growth and transcendence when it comes to things like politics. I'm not really worried about the doom and gloom of the world and nuclear war. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen. I think that humans will have an awakening and understand the truth soon enough to prevent something like that from happening. And if it means that Kamala's got to take office and, descend our country into somewhat of a communistic state, and people will wake up and see that, oh, we probably shouldn't have given up our basic freedoms in order to have some temporary security, all these mandates and regulations. You saw how it happened in COVID. They'll deny it. They'll be like, this, we handled COVID okay. And I'm like, no, we didn't. We handled it one of the worst in the whole entire world here in the U.S. What do I do? I want to steal those hats. The data's out there. So if you're just listening to mainstream media, you'll probably think I'm crazy, but do your research. Find shit out. Don't just trust what people say. Don't trust what I say. Don't trust what anybody says. Do your fucking research and discern for yourself. This is why I believe in free speech, because we should have the freedom to listen to any source available and then make our decision based on that. This is just logic, people. I am about freedom. You can consider me progressive. I'm actually ultra progressive in a lot of ways. Pretty liberal as far as like individual rights, freedoms. Liberty is like my biggest value and virtue. But I'm pretty conservative when it comes to like certain traditions and economic policy. Like I think that the economy in our country is a matter of national security, and we need to maintain our worth of the dollar here, and we need to maintain our global presence as an economic force in this world. I think that's a matter of national security. So I think it's important to be conservative and not just like throw money at stuff on the back end. I think that's the biggest qualm I have with the Democrat Party's philosophies. They just want to like throw money at stuff like universal health care. Let's just like throw money at the back end of these things. People are sick, they need meds. Let's give them the money and access to these meds. And it's like, no, how about we root it out from the source and stop allowing these corporations to lie to us about what a healthy diet is, and allowing these companies to put these toxic ingredients. Like, I'm not about like just like over regulating stuff and the government imposing their will on private organizations, but like if you look at it, the food in this country, especially processed foods, the ingredients in them are not the same across the globe. Like a lot of other countries only have like a quarter of the ingredients that we have on even just like simple products like oatmeal. You've seen those side-by-side comparisons. Look it up. US puts crazy ingredients, all these preservatives and stuff in our food. It's not even allowed anywhere else. So what's conservative about me is internal locus of control. I think that a lot of our situation we can't control. We're put in our life situation as individuals, and they're all unique. And we don't always have control over where we start, but we do have control over where we're going. And I think that's the proper attitude to have. I don't like the victim mindset of like, oh, I'm worse off and I'm put in this position, so something external needs to be rectified in order for me to be happy. It's like you have a choice every day of what action to take and how to respond to your situation. And I think, how the fuck am I supposed to get over there? Oh, I didn't know I could do that. Sick. Cool. Sick. Radical tubular. Yeah, I think it's an objectively bad attitude for people to be like, what can my government do for me? Why is my country not taking care of me? Like, I'm the victim. I need reparation. I need fucking justice for my own misfortunes. It's like, yo, everybody's suffering, okay? I'm not trying to like discredit my privilege. I do have a lot of privilege as a white, cisgendered, heterosexual male. I'm not ignoring that, but like I just don't appreciate when people have that attitude of like I have the right to consequenceless actions. I want to be able to have healthcare and not have to pay for it, and like that would be great. I'm not even saying I wouldn't even vote for that, but like I want to go at it from both ways. I do think medicine is too expensive probably, and people are going into medical debt. It's like a big factor, and I don't like that either. I'm not saying I'm glad that that's the case. I'm just saying like there's other ways to go about it, like immunity. The only way to get immunity is to get a vaccine. That's not true. Like, take care of your health, eat good food. I'm not even saying everybody should know how to do this. It's hard. It's not easy, but that doesn't mean it's not worth it, and it doesn't mean that information isn't out there. And this is what I have a issue with these federal agencies that are allowing for the narrative of like you're bound to your illness, and like even chronic illnesses being your destiny, and you're just diagnosed with something, and that's just the lot you have in life. And it's like, it is, you have to deal with that, but like there's a way out. Your body is meant to function properly. And if this is news to you, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna like totally educate you on this whole matter on this stream. I'm just like fucking ranting. Feel free to argue with me in the comments. I'm willing to be wrong. this is just my novice opinion, and it's not even fucking that thought out and solid, but I have thought about it a lot. And I do talk about this in depth on my last podcast, on my art channel, that is. I talk about art and health and why it's important as an artist, as an entrepreneur, to take care of your health. Like, it's worth it because it's too risky to be ill as an entrepreneur of any kind, especially as an artist. Artists are creative lifestyles. It's a very spiritual endeavor, and to have a good spiritual health, you got to have good mental health and good physical health to perform, and it's important as an artist or any entrepreneur, really. If you're the business owner, you got to take care of yourself. You are the asset as you're running a business. So I'm not trying to make this seem like it's your fault if you're sick. Please know that I'm not victim blaming people here. So chill out. I'm just saying everybody has a choice to respond to their circumstance in a number of different ways. You can allow your illness to define you, or you can proactively pursue a remedy. Doesn't have to be medicine, although medicine is good. But also, like, getting back to the healthcare thing, I think it'd be great if we had at least a safety net. You know what I mean? Like, I would vote for that. A safety net for everybody to not go into crippling debt. But I also then at the same time think we need to increase our standards of lifestyle and admit to the control that we do have over our outcomes and our lifestyle, and that we can improve our health proactively from the inside out, and stop leaning too much on medicine. The thing that I don't like about universal healthcare the most, not even universal healthcare, just like the ideology behind wanting more affordable health and expecting it as if it's like your right to be completely healthy with no consequence to your action. I disagree with that mindset. I think it's just a fucking sore loser attitude to be like, I want to eat bullshit food and drink alcohol and stay up late and abuse my body and have no consequence. And if I end up ill, I want the government to pay for it. I want taxpayers to pay for it. I think that's a bad attitude. I'm not blaming victims. Once again, I'm just saying I don't like the idea of just expecting to not suffer any consequence from your actions. And it's, again, not saying your actions are your fault. We don't have the information. There's definitely a lack of, like, education, and the government's not doing anything to help that. It might seem hypocritical for me to say it's something the government should do when I'm sitting here, like, saying don't expect the government to do anything, or should or could or would or whatever. But I think there are things we should be able to expect from our government, and it's to not misinform us. And they have been, especially with health. Look at the food pyramid. It's bullshit. What am I supposed to do here? I don't think I did anything there. So anyway, if you're wondering what the fuck I'm talking about, just hit me up in the comments. I'm hoping I'm not triggering anybody, but I'm sure I probably am. It's all love. We're in this together, folks. I'm here to help process any information. If you're intrigued by the things I'm talking about and you're like, I want to know more, where is this guy getting his information? I'm happy to talk more about it. Just let me know. Yeah, I want to encourage people to take matters into their own hands. And I think that liberty and responsibility are intrinsically connected. The more responsibility you take for your own life, and you don't just give it up to external forces like the government, the more freedom you receive. That's true in entrepreneurship. That's true in politics. It's true with your health. You take more responsibility and you do the hard work to maintain good health, exercise, get good sleep, maintain good social connections and family life. Fuck, I'm supposed to jump on her head, I think. Eat good food, whole foods. Don't put bullshit in your body, or at least moderate it. You're going to have the inverse effect and having more freedom. You're going to be more capable in your body, in your mind. You're going to have more mental stability and mental health and by proxy, good spiritual health. You're going to be able to pursue meaningful things in your life and progress in your personal mission. Oh shit. Okay, here we go. Bitch. You little bitch. So yeah, I mean the same goes for like entrepreneurship. I take on more responsibility as an entrepreneur by the way of, you know, I'm responsible for every dollar that I make. I am the business. I gotta hustle. I eat what I kill. And that's a lot of responsibility. You know, I can't just clock in and go home. Like, I'm responsible for every aspect of my business. But because I've taken that responsibility, I get a lot of freedoms. I mean, I'm playing video games right now, and it's 9:20 a.m. here in Kansas City, Missouri. So it's a good trade-off. You know, it's up to you to decide what end of the spectrum you want to move towards for whatever your preferences are. I mean, I'm not like hating on employees by any means. I wouldn't have been able to do my entrepreneurship without being a good employee for a long time. So just choose what freedoms you want and take the responsibilities that pay for it. You know, I think that's all I'm trying to say. You will be granted. Alexa's talking in my living room, fucking bitch. So yeah, that's enough ranting for today. Freedom equals responsibility and vice versa. Choose your hard. Take ownership for your life. Be proactive in working towards the things that you want out of life. Stop bitching. Everybody could bitch less and act more. I think that goes for both sides of the political spectrum. It goes for me. I could bitch less. I've been bitching this whole time, I feel like. Just do more. Do more. Do less. If you're stressed, do less. But if you're existentially stressed and not getting what you want, do a little more. Don't listen to me, though. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. So, oh, it's gotten even cooler. Oh no. Oh no, I wanted it to get warmer. Okay, we're saving. We're stopping there for today. Not going to the action guide. What in the fuck? And if you're watching this on YouTube, I thank you very much. I'm going to try and start streaming more often, but I say that all the time. So, we'll see if it happens. Stay tuned. Join me on Twitch next time. I've got a link in the description. Check out my art channel. I've got my podcast over there if you just like listening to my voice. I've got a ton of videos on that channel, art process videos. So check it out. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on Super Mario Odyssey. Leprechaun out. Bye.